Holy shamoly, all right. Gary Drayton back with my Crossbones Nation YouTube channel, which I hope you like, you click, you subscribe, you do all that good stuff, because I'm going to be bringing you some sound metal detecting advice. And today I'm going to talk about metal detector settings, control adjustments, and all that lot. And you might have noticed I ain't got no metal detectors in front of me. It could have been easy for me to go down the beach, take my CTX or my Equinox or my Excalibur and just go over and tell you exactly what settings I use. But that ain't going to do you any good. And there lies the problem. When people buy a new metal detector, especially one with VDI screens, the first thing they do is they go on YouTube and they look at all these guys and load their settings in, and they hold the sends back. Yep, you put yourself back because that ain't a way to do it. The best book on your metal detector you will ever read is that manual that came in your box with your metal detector. You read that, you read it again, you read it some more, you keep reading it so you know that off by heart. You know what all the different controls are for, and that is how you learn how to use your metal detector. So I ain't going to set you back by going through all my settings on my CEX, my Excalibur, and my Equinox, because they're the main three metal detectors I use, and they're so simple, it ain't even funny. Because two of those machines, CEX 3030 and the Equinox, got preset programs in there. You just put them in the preset program and away you go. Now is where your knowledge, what you've gained from the controls, learning about the controls in that manual, come in handy, because there you know what adjustments will, add depth or sensitivity to small targets, for example. For example, on the Equinox, I run in field mode when I use it, field mode 1 when I use it in land. And there's only a few adjustments I make. One of them is I drop the target recovery speed down to 3 and increase the sensitivity a little bit, depending on the area. That's it. Away you go. The engineers design these metal detectors so all you've got to do is just do the presets. That's how you learn your metal detector. And then when you know what each control does or each setting, then you can adjust them to suit yourself. But please do not use other people's settings, because like I say, there's no guarantee that it would work in the areas that you work. In fact, you're better off sticking to the presets until you learn how to use it. Now, one of my favourite metal detectors of all time, I love it, and I've got 3 of them. I'm pathetic. 3 different size search cores on them. I've got 3 Minelab Excaliburs. I love those things. They are the best in the water when you're looking for stuff in the water. And they've got knobs on them. There ain't no screens, and they are so easy to set up. And it doesn't take you that long to learn how to use those with the knobs. Oh yeah, old school knobs. I know everybody's raised on iPads and iPhones and stuff like that now, but ain't nothing better than tweaking one of those knobs and getting it just right and running hot and all that lot. And I've got books on the Excalibur. I got books on the CEX 3030. Like I said, the Equinox is so easy to use. Didn't even bother writing a book. I thought, why bother? I mean, it's just so simple to use. So that's my advice, is you gotta know your manual. Use the quick start guides or the presets, and then when you've learned your metal detector, you go out there, if you want, take test targets, see what they sound like and all this. And that is when you can start messing with, well, not messing, just in different settings to see if you get more depth or it's more sensitive to small targets by making different adjustments. And don't forget, one of those important settings is your sensitivity setting, that power, that how much power you're going to run at, which is so simple. You just go out there, and if it's a little bit noisy where your metal detector, you're hearing lots of squeaks and squawks, just back off the sensitivity, which is basically the power. So drop that down to where it's nice and quiet. So you're not stopping every minute. Go, I think I detected something. No, back it down. So raise it till it gets noisy, maybe, and then lower it. Just simple stuff like that. So please, you should always have your own settings. And I'm telling you now, I've been doing this a heck of a long time, and you don't have to make that many adjustments to get your metal detector up and running in the areas where you search, and you're off to the races. And that's all you have to do. You basically set and forget, unless you go to a really different area. So that's my advice, and I'm sorry, I was going to get all fancy with this video, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to go down the beach, I'm going to go through all my CEX settings, all my Excalibur settings, all my Equinox settings, and I thought, no, I'm going to do you a favour. No, that might not work for you. Read your manual and trust in those engineers who made your metal detector. And that is it. And I will be back with some more good metal detecting advice, just straight off the street. You know, just no nonsense. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything, anything like that. Although a click and a subscribe would be nice, because I want to keep these rolling and, hey, spend more time doing these just simple YouTube videos, because that is the word, simple. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about keeping it simple. Don't have to be complicated. Over and out. I'll see you on the beach. Cheers.